Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
It's your main man 360 the Poet from the Morning Wood. And are you looking for the perfect drink? Well, you found it. Mimosa Royale is the perfect combination of California sparkling white wine and natural juice that is both tasty and refreshing. No artificial colors or flavors, no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. As the world's first ready-to-drink mimosa, Mimosa Royale is perfect for any occasion, day or night. You no longer have to drink 12 of those seltzers just to get that perfect buzz. At 8% alcohol, Mimosa Royale is the perfect drink to party with. Offered in a variety of flavors and sizes, you are bound to find a Mimosa Royale that you'll love. We have berry, mango, apple, and orange, with more flavors to come. Mimosa Royale is the most award-winning flavored wine that serves in bottles or cans. You can find them online at drinkmimosa.com or find them at your local liquor store. Ask for it by name. Mimosa Royale.
Hi. Hey.
What's up? All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name. DJ Khaled. This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars. On hot7025fm.com.
Tune in now on hot7025fm.com.
Shed so many tears over the years. Lost so many friends that's not here. I faced all of my fears. I swallowed all my tears. Now what's up now? What's up now from here? Oh, up now what's up now? What's up now from here? What's up now? What's up now from here? I faced all of my fears. I swallowed all my tears. Now what's up now? What's up now from here?
What it do, Las Vegas? It's your boy Sir Charles Tatum, back in the building at Hot 702.5, the hottest station on the planet. And yes, sir, you heard it here first. We are up now, not next, not later, but right motherfucking now, man. Happy Independence Day, happy 4th of July, man. What a great day. Yesterday was my great grandmother's birthday, so me and the family, we reunite, get together. Big Cousin was in the building, of course. I'm going to pass it on, man. What's up, Big Cousin?
Man, better in your presence.
Listen,
what it is.
Yes, sir.
Vegas up now.
Right now.
Bonafied 100 plug to the city. Blessed to be back in the building. New time. Y'all tapped in, right? 12 p.m. Let your folks know it ain't no 1 o'clock no more until we add another hour. How about that?
Right.
Yeah, that's things to come. But
yes, sir.
Man, blessed to be here, man. We doing what we do for Vegas up now.
Right.
Let me get this all the way right, man.
Yes.
We got some hot stuff going on, man.
Yes, sir, man.
In hot 702.5
yes,
FM.
Sir.
Where you want to get it? Where you want to get into? Man, we, like he said, man, rest in peace to our great grandmother, man. Sword Street, Regal Estates, man.
Right.
We celebrate. She'd be like 105 or something right now.
Yeah,
but
she's up there.
Yeah, two families coming together, like we do anyway, that are intertwined.
Right.
Sampson's Pools and Beyond, over on Revere Street.
Mm-hmm.
The youngsters lit it up.
Man.
Y'all lit it up.
Man, it's time to pass the torch.
Man, it's past.
I remember being out there as a kid lighting them fireworks. Now it's just, sit back and let the kids do it. What you say, man? Both sides, great turnout, man. Beautiful, man. Shouts out to everybody that tapped in, man. We seen Crumb came through, La Brea,
Mac T.
Yes, sir. Fresh Work.
Oh, man.
Serve.
Oh, man.
We had some people. Yeah, Rock came through.
Again, man, and for those that are used to knowing what we do on Sutro for years,
facts.
Christmas time is coming.
It is.
We're going to be back at it. The youngsters already put it in place that we're going to be on Sutro And if you know, you know. So
Yes,
let's go,
sir.
man. Let's get right to it, man.
Man, let's do it, man.
Rest in peace, man. Young Noble, man. I got the call before it hit the headlines early in the morning. The news of him unaliving himself, man. One of the founding members of the Outlaws, Noble. Shouts and condolences to his family, his kids.
Yeah, man.
My homie, man, my friend, Edie. Man, I know he going through it because they were really, as far as active members, the only two that were still active.
Nah, yeah, man. That's crazy. You know how we sit here and say we just never know what people are going through.
Yeah.
I've learned this through situations. Not saying that, you know, I would unalive myself, but, you know, people get themselves in situations and they feel like I can't come back from this.
Right.
You know, I don't want to deal with reality. I don't want to deal with, you know, what's going on. And these are most of some people, you know, they actually put themselves in situations and don't know how to deal with their consequences or the reactions that come along with their actions.
Right.
But for his situation, we don't know what he was going through. We don't know.
Man, and then again, man, you guys go on social media, go on YouTube. He did a song the night before this happened. And I listened to it, and he let his heart and his pain out. It's like almost like a 5-7 minute, not a freestyle, but it came off as a freestyle, just one verse, no hook. And he like let it out about some of the pain he was going through, some of the things with some of the alleged conversation. No, I ain't even gonna say alleged. Man, some of the stories that's been told about Tupac, you know, people have switched it up since he ain't been here. So
Yeah.
you know, he was a stand-up guy. He was a soldier and loyal. And people don't know he was one of the most talented too when it comes to that penmanship. Go check out Young Noble's just go check out on YouTube. You'll see one of the last songs he was recording in the studio the night before it happened.
That's crazy, man. Just like you say, man, he's the night before he's in the studio recording. What could have possibly went wrong in between that time?
It was already, you could hear the pain, you can hear him. And again, not throwing names out there or bashing the group or anything, but there was some differences in opinions and how things and stories went down, you know, between the group as well. And, you know, again, this ain't to be somber, sad, or anything, man. Rest in peace, Young Noble. Again, condolences to his family. Shouts out to Edie. Condolences, my brother. Everybody's tapping in. Again, hey, Vegas up now, not next.
Not later.
But right motherfucking now, y'all.
Right motherfucking now.
4th of July weekend, our family did it big. Y'all tap in, tell us what y'all family did. What was different? What did you enjoy about the family, man? And what legacies is the youngsters carrying on and traditions that you guys set, man?
And, you know, on my way down to where the family was at, you know how you coming down the hill, Revere, and and people have been doing this shit for years. They park on that back street.
Come on.
And by Reverend Wilson, and you can see the fireworks through the whole strip. Like, you know, everybody's going off from the square.
Right.
So that's actually was a good look, man. Gunpowder smoke everywhere, you know, just, you know, a lot of fires breaking out, cops everywhere. But it was definitely, man, it was good to see a lot of family members that I haven't seen. A lot of times if we don't do that, we won't see them. You know what I mean?
Talk about it.
So we'll see it through social media, but, you know, not as far as in person. So seeing everybody yesterday was definitely a beautiful thing, man. You know how we had that conversation earlier that day about family and the emotions and things like that. So, you know, I'm just good we had that talk so I could just go in there with positive thoughts and, you know, just let it be what it is.
Man, and I want to just give it out to 3 of the youngsters in the family, 2 youngsters for me. Lil Cuzzo, Mel, Malisha, you know, Monk, man.
Shouts out to Monk.
And my son, Terrence, because they social media through their connection, man. They had me on FaceTime with 5 of my nieces at one time.
Yeah.
FaceTime. I was like, man, I don't even know how to do this, man. First of all, I thought I was tech savvy.
Right,
But
right.
they were adamant about us showing up and us being in the building and us family getting together on those traditional times. So again, y'all tell us what y'all did on y'all 4th of July weekend, family function, fellowshipping, and beyond.
It's beautiful. Beautiful.
Y'all want to?
Did y'all do all this celebrating for Juneteenth? I just want to know.
I went to a Juneteenth festival.
You went to Juneteenth festival.
Yeah, I went to something at Craig Ranch Park.
You gotta pick a side.
Come on,
pick
man.
pick a day I'm about to celebrate, because what we doing here?
We as like you might have again missed our great grandmother, rest in peace. 4th of July is our weekend, so the pools, we have a tradition of celebrating on that day.
You
absolutely.
change up as
No,
tradition.
we ain't got to change nothing.
Y'all weren't
what we can do
celebrating.
is what works for us and our family, and people can do what works for them, because again, it ain't about celebrating like we said. It ain't about celebrating that day. We know the actual day.
She got him going. She got him going.
But it's whatever that is for you. Look,
he said, you cannot go tell me what to do with my family.
Hey, come on. No, it's about for us. It's about us getting together and celebrating each other.
That's what we used to say about Thanksgiving until we really did a deep dive as a family. Yeah, nah. So I think that we had a tradition in our family where the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, we would have a family dinner, celebrate Thanksgiving, whatever, until we actually went and understood what it was that we were actually celebrating. And I think, and then not that we adjusted the day, but we just adjusted what we're celebrating.
Say it again.
Okay.
And then too, we're not celebrating traditionally like on that same day. That day, people eat stuffing, dressing,
Facts.
turkey,
Yeah.
all of that stuff. Like, we may reserve the day, but I'm not popping off no fireworks on July 4th to celebrate Independence Day. I think you can restructure your your traditions based off of the intelligence that you learn along the way.
And we love that in you. And that applies in health as well. You know what I mean?
It applies in all things.
Absolutely. So I say that to say people and families are going to do what they do for themselves. But the more educated we are about our history and about certain holidays and stuff like that, I'm at that point where I've been said, first of all, every day is Black History. A month, 28 days, the shortest month. You know what I mean? Every day is Black History.
Our Hot 7025 app says we Black 365 days a year.
Right.
But I think.
But how you celebrate as well doesn't define your Blackness too, man.
Yeah, it does.
Some of the tradition, no, it doesn't, because especially when you
got.
got.
To hear me today.
Man, I'm not trying to have it. You know what I mean? Because there's preferences in life. The most important is having education and understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, what are you celebrating? Are you celebrating the 4th of July?
Mm-hmm.
Or are you celebrating your great grandmother? Are you celebrating the tradition of you guys getting together and celebrating each other? And whatever that is, that's just that holiday. But like I said, it's about preference and what works for you and yours. You know what I mean? Because everybody's different.
And I agree on both sides.
Look at him. Look at him playing the fence. He's middle ground around here. He's scared to death. Go ahead, say it. I'm putting all cameras on him too.
Charles know we can speak freely.
Now he's scared of you, man. Go ahead. We talking. Go ahead.
Let's not start this right there.
I'm sorry. Yeah. This is just for the PG guys.
I do agree on both sides because it's both got valid points. You know what I mean?
No, I agree with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't disagree with Bonafied.
Yeah,
I'm just saying you can restructure eventually after you realize if you take the time to do a deep dive of what it is that you're celebrating, you can restructure your family tradition.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not celebrating. They didn't even let us know we was free. Okay?
That part.
Right. And then they want us to celebrate their independence that they stole from everyone. Like, come on,
Right.
make it make sense.
No, I
So
understand.
no, I'm not popping off fireworks to celebrate your day. Now, if that is the day everyone's off from their job and we can get together as a family, dip in the pool and
Say that then.
and hang out
Uh-oh.
with each other.
That sound
I
like
think
my
that some
family.
of the things that we normally did to celebrate Independence Day before we knew better, we don't do that. We're not. I think at some point you don't do it anymore.
No, facts. That's absolutely true. We made sure when we were younger we had a fresh fit for the 4th.
Oh,
And we
boy.
got to get a 4th of July outfit.
Well, but see, there you go. It's not with our family. Talk about it. It ain't just the 4th.
No,
That's,
absolutely.
man, first day of school to every holiday.
first day of school is different.
Well,
Yeah.
no. I'm just telling you about our family again.
Yeah, but that's most black
but-
families. Yeah,
but-
we all have
but hold
fresh
on,
kids, fresh shoes. fresh
Again,
outfits.
not everybody. Tell the
If they
truth.
could
Come
afford
on.
it, yes.
Look,
Or if they couldn't,
so
yes.
with our family, what I'm gonna tell you how it is, because this is a pool thing right now.
Yeah.
Man, it was every holiday, it didn't matter what the position you was in, and somebody was gonna get it for you if you didn't get it for yourself. But
Right.
your birthday, every holiday, you know what I mean? It was a reason, a weekend going out. That's just what we did.
Yeah.
Our family, we kind of lightweight a little bit of us, bougie with it.
Right.
What I mean by that, we like to look good, feel good give us an occasion to go buy something nice for ourselves.
No,
what
that's
I mean?
real.
So it really goes beyond that. Him and I talked about on the way here, tradition and consistency. You know what I mean?
Yes.
When we do get, one thing I love about E, man, is the education was missing in the black communities. You know what I'm saying? What's
It's
missing
not
on
missing. It's right here.
it's missing in the black communities. So
I come
this,
from a family that
Information.
I come from a family of historians who went out and provided this information to the people.
how many people they reach?
Clearly, it's been hundreds of thousands.
Well, I mean, and how many people in just the city of Las Vegas? We're over 2 million.
Probably hundreds of thousands at
That's
that time.
what I'm saying.
In their time.
So here we go.
So right now
in a
we got
limited
2.5 million.
conversation. I'm saying what's missing. I'm adding to what you bring to the table.
I'm
what's
saying
missing.
I'm saying you are part of what's bringing it to the people.
Absolutely.
So it's not
And it's-
missing. You're right here. You right here, Bonafied. You spit up. You give us all types of knowledge. Game on everything. You give us this game on a weekly basis.
Well, it ain't game. It's
You're-
lifestyle
you're,
for me.
You're not missing. You right
I'm
here.
I'm not even including myself. Of course I'm right here.
Mm-hmm.
Of course you and your family have made an impact. This for our listeners and our fans and our chat out there, for those that aren't on that level or are not there. What's missing from me coming up on the west side of Las Vegas is more of this. It's there. I got family and friends and people that actually are motivational speakers and do this type of stuff. What I'm saying, this is what's missing as far as on a mass scale. There's more of the drama and lack of education, especially in the generation now. They don't want to know about the history, where they came from.
I think they're the ones that don't want to know more. They're the ones that's pushing the buttons out here.
Exactly what you said. They're the ones on remote control.
No.
Yeah, absolutely they are. They're on remote control. A lot of them remote control, entitled. And when you said at the push of a button, everything is easier right there for them. They're the how-to of anything you want to do is right in front of them. You know what I'm saying?
No, true. And you know what's so crazy? My mom used to always say this. This generation of kids that's growing up, they're wiser, but they're weaker. In a sense, more weaker to the temptations to fall into. Wiser as far as the technology, up to date. You know, we had things hid from us when we were growing up. You know, our big
And these Gen
cousins.
Zers went and found it. And the
Man.
millennials went and found it.
Man, on the phone.
I'm saying we had encyclopedias. They make encyclopedias like a certain amount of time in a decade,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So we
yeah,
go
yeah.
get that. That's the same information we were getting.
Yeah.
That was what we would go get. It wasn't like it was going to be updated tomorrow with
that's
the new information. So I think it could go both. I think it could go both ways. But I'm gonna turn my mic down for Bonafied get mad at me
Oh,
today.
man, you better keep it on because that's where we going, y'all. We going right into the Diddy.
Yes, sir.
Stay on board with us.
Man.
Because, again, just giving flowers first and foremost.
Yeah.
Being taught about coming with actual factuals and accountability. So, Carice, we want to start with saying that the actual age that Cassie and Diddy started messing around was not 17.
It was 17. It was 19 when they became public.
Okay, so
trust me.
You want me to trust you or the facts that are out there? You want me to trust you or the facts that are out there so we can compare factual where we get our factual? She was 19 and 21 when she got her actual first kiss from him, but we all know.
If you believe that,
no, I don't believe that. But that's what's out there.
In my pocket for you.
That's what's out there.
I
just need you to acknowledge that it wasn't 17,
it was,
or I need you to show our listeners so they can have actual facts that it was 17 and not 19. Because I did a lot of deep digging.
You was like, you know what? Carice pissed me off last week. I'm gonna find all the information and I'm gonna debunk everything she said because
why would
he
I
ain't
do
gonna
that?
get on my show. That's why I'm turning my mic down. I'm telling you.
No, you not. You finna stay here, and there will never be that. I love learning. So what I did learn is to make sure I go back and research anything that I'm talking about so I have my facts straight. So again, you and I and our listeners and callers and all of that out there, they're going to find out the actual age. I said 19. She said 17. So we'll get back to that. But what we do want to talk about is, Charles, the biggest thing, the biggest blunder, because first and foremost at this show, at Vegas Up Now, at Hot 702.5 FM radio, we are against domestic violence.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? We that goes both ways, not just men on women, women on men as well.
Yeah.
You know, ain't no for Diddy nothing. Diddy need to do some time, and Diddy is going to reap what he sows regardless of those charges.
And that's what Cassie is still pushing. She wrote a letter to the judge saying that she does not want him to get released.
Hell, that hell, he did it to himself.
She's in fear that he may come after her after this. Like, you don't think he learned his lesson? I don't think he's gonna mess with Cassie. You know, he'll be stupid to have anything to.
Nah, it's more to that. He was using other people's phones in there too, and this ain't allegedly. I'm claiming it and stating it. He was using people's phone to threaten witnesses in there. The judge already know. They denied him all of that. Yeah, he wasn't getting out. The question we know now is how much. Everybody's talking about the maximum of 10 years each crime. It could run concurrent 20 years. He needs to do time no matter what on those two charges. He's going to reap what he sows. The prosecutors was the biggest blunder. Even great prosecutors out there are saying they should have never went for a RICO charge. They had him on the gun charges.
Yeah.
They had him on gun charges and other things. You know what I mean? But they went for the RICO, and a lot of those charges fell under that. That's why they took off the arson and one of the other charges. But again, he was convicted of transporting prostitutes. And did they know they were prostitutes? They thought they were male escorts, but they were paid. I can't say if they knew or they didn't. You know, they would say they weren't or they didn't know. I don't know. I can't speak on that. But no matter what, Diddy is going to prison. We know that. It's just when and how much time. Go ahead. Give it to us. Go ahead, Hot 702.5. We got our special co-host, Carice, chiming in.
Man.
My mic won't turn all the way up.
It's about to get risky. About to get risky.
I want to tell you.
Man, don't make me tell on you, Charles.
I want to tell you this.
We missed your show Thursday. Dang, I was busy. Ooh.
I want to tell you this. When you challenge somebody to be greater and they come next week and be greater, I appreciate y'all.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
I appreciate y'all going to go reading.
I'm going to soak that in for a moment.
Yeah, buddy.
Listen, I mean, I don't have anything to say. Clearly, he was threatening people. And Cassie wasn't the only person who sent in a letter. There was several people who sent in a letter said that they were fearful. They were fearful of their lives.
That's crazy.
And they probably fearful now, just sitting there. Because this dude got $1 billion. Charles, listen.
No, he ain't got no $1 billion no more. That was part of the process. They breaking him.
That man,
he'll never be the
same.
same.
All of his businesses in his mama name. He put it in your name like
right.
7 years, 7 or 8 years ago.
That's crazy.
He knew what was going on.
Absolutely, you're right. Because Enes, from the band, he came out and said everything. There's been confirmation.
They put everything in his mom's
absolutely.
name. And I'm sure now she didn't probably move it in somebody else's name because now she might be included in some charges later. So I just think that I think that he's dangerous, and I think that he's gotten to the point where he's thought he was so powerful that he can do anything, and I think he still thinks he can. And just imagine, I don't know what it's like to be in prison. Now, I don't plan to ever experience that, but I can imagine if I'm Diddy, I'm in prison, I got $1 billion. I can also be powerful there, because now I can use the same thing that I was using when I was outside, inside, and help you help me. So I would imagine there's no difference in how he's behaving in there or outside.
I would agree. Yeah,
I mean, you would think a person being locked down for 10 months, they will, get their thoughts and get themselves together.
Yeah, right.
We are who we are, Charles.
These guys making his bed, doing his laundry.
This is what you heard.
No.
Those were reports from the court.
No,
wow.
And
they reported him for that.
That was one of the other things that I had a problem with us being in the media game as well. Is that the media? He was already convicted of everything in the media before he was even trial.
The court of public opinion.
Yeah, because right now I'm like, where's the sex with minors? Where's all the celebrities? Where's all the scared celebrities that didn't speak up that thought, where's all the footage and video footage of...
He wasn't convicted in the court of public opinion until after that video got released of Cassie. Because they were giving Cassie the blues. It was like, nah, he ain't do that. He even had the gall to get on the internet.
That was the corniest.
And say he didn't do it.
Okay? That was the corniest. Then had to redact it. I'm a terrible... I can't... It's hard to forgive myself. Man, him and R. Kelly, them interviews, those are the ones that should never be done. Who is your agent? Who's your publicist? Who?
Right. He doesn't care what they say. They probably told him don't do that, and he did it anyway because he's like, man, I'm me. I can do this. Over. Right, I'm me. And
who was he at that time? Puff, P. Diddy, Puffy, Sean. That's what I'm saying.
That is crazy, man. Just growing up from when a bad boy came onto the scene, shiny outfits, take that. There's so many artists that dealt with this man. So many people dealt with him. And hearing these type of things about Diddy and then seeing his persona, how he acted with making the band, him kicking Cassie, it was almost like you can hide certain things, but certain shit come out too. What's done in the dark does come to the light.
Yeah, but
so we always knew he had this side.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
True.
But we didn't get the fire with Puffy until after we got the proof. And I think that's the difference with him with court of public opinion versus other people with court of public opinion.
Yeah.
Like we literally was on his side still, even though we know that he was having a freak out. I'm talking about I'm talking about the people were not convinced that he had done the things that he was accused of before that video came out.
And you know what?
They still were giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Great point, because you know what? I have to say, with all the rumors, even with all the alleged inside information I've been told from here or there for years, when the video came out, I couldn't be on the jury. I'd have judgment. Man, when the video came out of what he did to Cassie in the hotel, again, this station, we don't stand for that. This show, we ain't about none of that. No domestic violence on no level.
And the problem is that he did it publicly. He did not care. He was in the hallway in a hotel. Right. He didn't know who was going to get off the elevator. He didn't care. And so that confirms to me that he has done that plenty of times before.
Yeah.
He was kicking a field goal, man. When I seen that was like the dragon, and all of it was bad. But when I seen him kick her like she was a football trying to go through the goal, man, it's not funny. Seriously, that was like,
for real.
What are you on? Yeah, you definitely, this ain't no first time. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, again, man, and I want to say this, Charles, and take a look. Anybody, the people that was celebrating. Oh man!
Yeah, we definitely got to do better.
It's celebrating the
outside the courtroom.
Yeah.
I know you got friends, family,
baby oil getting
for you.
poured on.
Okay, so
Yeah,
can I address the baby oil situation?
Please, because
Okay.
I didn't. I mean, that's horrible.
I know they
That's
stopped one of them.
horrible.
Okay, I'm a neutral party, but I know and understand the person that was outside of the courts
Really?
with the baby oil. Okay, and he did post an apology. He's a content creator, Armand Wiggins. Okay. He has this show that he does on YouTube, and he will kind of reenact what happened in court, the situations, like, and he has this one part where he says more baby oil. So he does it. He's done this every day for the past 50 days. More baby oil, more baby oil, and he'd reenact it or whatever.
Yeah.
So he's in front of the courthouse, and somebody who's watched his YouTubes has been there in the courthouse, like, more baby oil, more baby oil. He puts the baby oil on, and people look at it as a celebration, but it's really him reenacting what he did on his YouTube for the past 50 days.
Okay.
Which he acknowledged, I understand now how it could have looked. And he's like, but if you watch my show, which I do, I do watch his show. Because he's very informative. He messy, but he informative.
Okay.
But I watched. So I understood. Okay, he was playing on his joke that he already had of him, the fans outside seeing him saying more baby oil. He puts the baby oil on, and it's this dramatic situation. Now he could have handled that differently because it wasn't. But he's. I think he's like, maybe mid-20s, something like that. Like, he's a young dude. He made a very bad decision to do that, and he did publicly apologize and explained that how he understands how that could have looked, and he was definitely not celebrating Diddy. Right. So
yeah,
that's seeing a girl take her wig off, got baby oil on her. I think Johnson & Johnson stock should have went up.
Oh, it did.
Hey, we said it.
We
said it. He gonna come out doing commercials for him and everything. Yeah. I promise.
Yeah. But anybody out there selling, what really pisses me off is when I'm looking on my timeline and I see people saying, "Oh, he was just a freak." And it's grown ass black men with daughters, and I'm thinking to myself, you can't be serious.
No, look. I had a joke. I had said to Charles, I said, ain't no Rico. He just a freak hoe.
Yeah.
But even in that, it's not disregarding. It just shines a light on some of the things that we've heard. It's just what was proven. And again, for me, man, the prosecution, they got to live with this, man.
He has some other charges that are pending and just coming up and stuff like
civils,
that.
And they finna come out. They just want the monies.
Yeah, but if you've been scared for your life all this time and was like, I'm not gonna tell anybody, and then you get to the point where, okay, this man locked up, maybe I do have an opportunity to go ahead and get some, something from, the trauma that I experienced.
Right.
Get your bread.
Yeah, it's. How fast he settled out with Cassie lets me know that's just guilty. I've never seen a settlement
that
go
was
out
less
that
than
fast.
24 hours.
Oh my goodness.
He posted
So
that
fast.
like in the afternoon. That next morning, settlement was done. She got $20 million. As she probably should have got the full $30 million that she asked for.
And she got 20, right? And
she
then
got 20.
Another 10. Yeah.
That's guilty.
She should have got. She should have got all of it
but
based off of just that one video we watched. I can imagine that happening at least on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
You cannot put a price tag on that type of abuse.
Yeah,
and that's
trauma that she experiences.
Right, and that's only what we got to see. How many videos or how many times did it happen?
Other people saying that they saw him beat her up.
That's why again I said the prosecution. They put it all under a RICO. They could have charged him with some of those other domestic violence cases, which would have really set up those civil cases that get just broke off.
Mm-hmm.
But they the government wanted to really go after him.
Which they probably had enough evidence.
I
They just
believe
did not
it.
deliver it properly.
I believe that.
Okay,
I
so
believe it.
since this is in October, how long do we think Diddy's gonna get?
At least 10 years.
So
he's gonna.
I don't
do
think
some
it's gonna
years
go
in
to
prison.
October. I think it's gonna be before that. What, October 4th date? And
You think that they're going to sentence him before then? I don't think they are. They already denied his freaking bail. They like, no,
Right.
October 4th
And
or
I don't
whatever
think
day.
the judge is going to change up, but I think some shenanigans, some signs of shenanigans are already out there, man. And I think Puff is really feeling himself right now where, that 50 million didn't mean nothing before, but on lesser charges, they're only talking about the maximum 10 on each charge and possibly running consecutive. I'm thinking, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm thinking he only gonna get like 2 years.
I'm thinking they go give him 10. He go do 3, and he already got time served.
But no, it's federal though. You got to do all your.
Oh, you do? I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm glad you
so
clarified.
that's why.
That's
That's why it's 2
You're
to
right about
10.
that.
They may give him both 2 years on each charge and run them concurrent 4 years and give him the time served. And he's still gonna do like 2 years or something. That's what I believe. But
So
do
whatever
we
time
deserve
they
more?
give you, that's the time you go serve.
Yeah, and look, this is what I want to put out there too. Hold me accountable. Man, he deserved every bit of it and more. Yeah, I have a daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the part that, like I was saying, like seeing these black men post this and they have daughters, and I'm thinking like, this dude can't be serious. Like,
Man,
like it's one thing to be freaky, and that's fine. He can do all of the freaking, the baby oils and all of that he can, but the problem is that how he handled it, how he's navigating the people that he was dating and the process, and to putting his hands on people and blowing people's cars up, and who knows how many people he done offed. I mean, we still don't know what happened to Kim Porter.
Don't even get me going.
Money
What about
and-
Al B?
Money and
What
power.
about Kim Porter?
Yeah.
She
Shit,
gone.
what about Jamie Foxx? I'm still
Man,
trying to. I want some. Man,
answers.
hey, I'm in the big time media game now. I'm gonna need answers, man. When I get my credentials from the station, y'all, I'm finding these characters and I'm getting the truth, nothing but the truth.
And you know what's so crazy? You know, we all know nothing lasts forever. And that's exactly what he thought, that this is going to be a forever thing. Money and power is a bad combination when it comes to, it's like a drug, money and power. And when you have both of those things, man, it's crazy. Did he? Yeah, he really did thought he was untouchable. You know, and everything that he
Like she
did.
said, he probably still think he is, man, especially after this. They said he prayed with his family before the deliberation, and then afterwards he broke down on his knees and was praying.
The dramatics.
I'm just throwing it. Yeah, oh yeah. Guess what? That was the underplay for the overplay. Yeah, media, get back ready for me.
Yeah.
Charles, you had the perfect setup.
Oh man,
And I was ready to go.
I'm ready. You know, let's definitely get into it, man. You know, this is forever, man. Right here on Hot 702.5. Man, Charles Tatum teaching the landlord of Monroe. So let's get
That's
it.
how long Puff will be locked up.
Hey, look, been setting trends since I was 10. Nigga tell a friend, devil knocking at the door. Let him in, we haven't seen. Nigga steady rapping about a block that they ain't never been. Yeah, you got a dick up in your Glock, but it's celibate. Won't say who I'm better than. I'm sicker than the COVID list. Fight all these demons, it be seeming like I'm 0-6. Both of them your brothers, you a bitch, you weren't supposed to pick. Spent 3,000 on the fit and I won't even post a pic. I don't even want the bitch, really she so boring to me. Niggas and they feelings about these hoes that make up quarantine. Cause while you pouring lean, we at the room recording scenes. Niggas living nightmares, trying to force a dream. Niggas hating, let's keep it real though, I'm the real Vegas. I'm really from the struggle, I don't feel famous. Police station on the west, but it's still dangerous. They stopped doing abortions, niggas still killing babies.
Damn, Sir Charles Monroe, yeah, we going crazy. Damn, TFM 150 for the new Mercedes. You my dog, shit, we used to my floors together. Look at us now, rich niggas, we on tour together. Every night a different city, this a different bracket. Margilla on the jacket, nigga, what's happening? You won't understand this, finessing your close friends on some Instagram shit, nigga. Gold clippers getting shaved right before the tax. Bad bitches on my dick, I'm him perhaps. Pistol on me at hibachi, I can fry, nigga. Yeah, so my advice, don't try, nigga. I came a long way from waste management. Now I'm at the Louis store with a Spanish bitch. He say he want a verse, he say he can spit. You see, you already asking for some shit. These are the stages. Time is of the essence, we can't spin them in them cages. Free my young nigga, he got 5 left, that's crazy. Good luck with everything, that's what I told her, then I skated. Bitch, I'm real shady. I don't know what this shit about. I got a plug in Druid Hills, he told me I should send him out. 100,000 on me, yeah, they killing over liquid now. Populate the market with the product, yo, we living now. Pussy nigga simmer down, do exactly as you told. Reload, switch clips, it was downtime, that's for sure. Nothing lasts forever, but I want this shit for life. It could've been something different, but you acting different, why? Search Charles, Monroe, yeah, TFM, nigga.
Nothing lasts forever, man. But Vegas up now is for life, man. We ain't going nowhere. Hot 702.5 FM is forever, ever, man. Shouts out to the landlord, Monroe Flow, Mike Regal on the beat, man. If y'all need them dope tracks, get with Mike Regal. Just get with him, man. You know, we got them great sounds, man. This is just one of them days, man, to where, you know, we actually 6 months in, past 6 months into the new year.
Oh, yeah.
You know, this year is almost over with. You know, time is flying. It'll be Christmas before we know it. We got the 4th out the way, so now it's Thanksgiving, then Christmas. Everything that's going on in this world is just like people buckle up, get ready for the ride. But more than anything, prepare yourself, your finances, your mind. Just ain't nothing like, man, having your shit together, man. It really ain't, man. You know, even for those that's working on it, if you ain't got there yet, continue to work on it. You gonna get it. You know, me turning 45 last month has really made me want to step up to the plate even more as a man, to get more, have more, set things up, life insurance, all these type of things is just all about growing. Like we was talking about, the more information you have, you will begin to celebrate differently. You will begin to do things differently with, you know, the more you grow into the person you're becoming. And then that's where we at, man. You know, we growing. Thank God for my big cousin, always pouring into me. I'm able to do the same thing, you know, even with me being younger than him. I still hit him sometimes with some good ones, and he'll hit me back like, thanks, I need to hear that. So that's what it's really about, man. More than anything, finding your people, who's for you, who ain't, cut them off. You know, still rock with them, whatever, they cool, but, you know, some people are seasonal. You was there for me right there. That don't mean we on bad terms. It's just where we at. You know, we may not talk every day, but we ain't did nothing bad to each other either, so we're still good. You know, I'm just on my journey. I'm working on Charles. You know, as I'm working on me, I'm encouraging you to work on you. So, boom, you know, with that being said, just the growing situation, you older than me, you know, so you know way more about growing, stepping into the shoes, being a big cousin, like the things that we have to do when it comes to family, friends, just people all around you, man. You got to really, really protect your energy and just keep on going, man.
That's it.
Seriously, like, you know, it's only so much you can say, but it's so much you got to do too. You know, we can sit here and talk to be blue in the face about the situation, but until you step up to the plate, you ain't gonna get no hit, man.
That's it.
Yeah, you know, time is going.
Just deeds, not words, man. I get you.
Yeah, elaborate. Let's talk about it.
Man, life is about growth. Growth is about elevation, man. Just listening to you, man, I got like mixed emotions, you know.
Yeah.
I'm a very happy. I'm the life of the party, blessed to have relationships in different age groups and demographics or whatnot. And I'm just reflecting on the give back.
Yeah.
And it not being in vain, living a life of purpose and having a vision, you know, or what it's gonna be like, you know, and put you first. You got to put yourself first, man. I mean, it is not a cliche. It's the truth. You can't take care of nobody until you are on point. Like the first thing you were saying is, man, it feels good to have your shit together.
Yeah.
So, you know, one of the best feelings in the world is a man when you ain't got to ask nobody for a damn thing.
Man, that is.
You know what I mean?
It really is.
Now watch me. On the flip side, when we are the person that everybody that can come to us at any moment, you know, there's some pros and cons with that as well.
Facts.
Because when you stop giving, you done switched up, you done changed. There's all kinds of conversation. So one of my lessons, just listening to you along the way, and just my give back, especially where I'm at now, being able to work with Creation for Cause and working with kids with disabilities and ending homelessness in Nevada, stuff like that, to care for this morning, 9 to 12. Man, that's the best feeling in the world, is giving without wanting anything in return.
Yeah.
Doing something for some without wanting any get back from it. You know what I mean? So being in that place, you know what I'm saying? That, man, but you know, but you do it anyway, man. And not because, I know I'm going to be blessed. I'm going to do this so I can get a blessing.
That's crazy you say that. I was just thinking that too.
But just everything you said is relevant, man. I just love life right now about controlling your own destiny. Some of the things Evie definitely be on every week with us in the station and in life. You can see it. It resonates that living a life of purpose, man, making a difference and making an impact, you know, not talking about it, but being about it. So deeds, not words, man. The older I get, I like to talk less, and you can show me by your actions consistently. You know what I mean?
That's big.
Y'all have to read this book. I ain't bringing it in there. Charlemagne the Gods. Get Rich or Die Lying. Why small talk sucks. And it's not about, you know, the little chitter chatter. It's about talking big and your actions are small. I really got to read that. Both of you, I want both of y'all to read that.
I'm buying the book. I know it's on Amazon. I mess with books and buy them through Amazon. And every time I watch the show, you see him. He got it right there. And I actually like Charlemagne. Or let me say,
I would say I like his growth.
Yeah,
his growth definitely. He could be a. You know,
but you know, when a man can show vulnerability and be transparent, that's a real man, y'all. You know, vulnerability is strength. It is not a weakness, man. Straight up, y'all better recognize.
I think that's a good book, especially for people in media to read, because there's specific lines in there. I had to go back and highlight. I was like reading it on the airplane. I was like, I don't even have a highlighter with me.
Look at that.
So I had to like mark it somehow so that I could go back and I'm like that. Like that is exactly what I needed to hear, and that's what I need to share, you know. So stop smoking, stop doing all this big talk and having small actions. Seriously, I that's one thing I cannot stand. Do what you say what you mean, and you know, follow through, and that's it.
Because people are listening. You are telling these stories about this and that, and people are like, all right, when you gonna do it?
Yeah, I don't tell no stories. I just do it.
Oh, man, look.
Listen, when something happens, it's happened because I already done did it.
Man, they seen my shirt. Silent moves, loud results.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? I might tease them and let them know what I'm up to or something, but nah, man. Nobody has a clue. Oh, I see you. No, you don't. You know, because if you did, I would see you out there when we feeding the homeless and making a difference with them. Or you'd be showing up at the Buddy Walk, making a difference for kids with disability. You'd be supporting any of the things that I'm up to, which is productive and positive.
I think on that note, and I think that I have learned early that the way that some people support you it may not be the way you desire them to support you. And I think that I've had to learn that early. And then too, for me, I have a saying where I can't save the people if I don't serve the people. But people have a different way of serving the people, like you going physically out to the community and doing certain things, right? You know, feeding the homeless or, you know, walking side by side. That's the way that you serve the community. But also too, for me, I may serve the community with my voice. I may serve the community with my pockets book. You know, I may serve the community by writing a letter, showing up at a meeting. It's people do things different ways. So I think that people have expectations. Like, I know they have the 1,000-man march coming up. Y'all going?
Yeah, I'm gonna rock with it.
Yeah, so you could go if you want. You can go if you want to. If you don't, if that's just not the way that you prefer to, if that's not the way you prefer to, be an activist in the community, it's okay if you don't go. Like, I think that people just have this expectation, like, if I don't see you there and you're not doing this, then you're not serving the community. And I don't think that that's the truth.
There's other ways you can support.
Absolutely.
If you can, you promote it, share the information, you know what I mean?
And two, maybe you're shy, or maybe you have anxiety of being around a lot of people, or like, these are real things. Like, people, like, I don't like large crowds. If y'all see me somewhere, it's going to be in a box probably. Y'all barely going to see me at the Aces game. I'm definitely coming late, and I'm definitely leaving early. I do not like large crowds. I don't like nobody touching my shoulders.
Oh man, I'll keep that in mind when our rebels come back.
But we'll have a box. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I'm saying it's.
Well, sometimes we on the flow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't have to have several people around me. That's what I'm saying. Like, I make sure I'm in a position where I don't have to have a whole bunch of people around me, because I just don't like large crowds. Yeah. But everybody serves differently. Like, I don't have a problem with going to go serve the homeless, or people who are houseless, whatever the situation may be. But there, if there's gonna be thousands and thousands of people there.
Wow.
Yeah. I might drop you some bread.
Look at that.
Because my anxiety is not going to allow me to be great in that position. Right. So I think either way, however you decide to serve the community, do that. And then too, like, release expectations of how you think people should help you and support you. Right. And just, if they don't support you in any way, give them the finger.
Right that. You see that? I'm making it real long for y'all.
No, seriously.
Man, factuals. You see what you get with Vegas Up now? Yes, on Hot 702.5 FM.
Yes, sir.
Charles, just real quick before I forget, man, shout out to my niece in Seattle, Kayla.
Okay.
My first great nephew.
Oh,
That's
really?
What it is. Yeah, this is her first child. My brother, rest in peace, Sicky T. This would have been his first grandchild.
Oh, wow.
Yes, but had a healthy baby, July 3rd, so... Definitely wanted to shout her out. She is her first child. She is a beautiful young queen doing her thing.
Yeah.
Kayla. Oh, yeah. I'll see you in a few weeks, the 23rd.
Yes, sir.
Seattle for the family reunion.
And I'll be remiss, even though I'm, low-key kind of intruding on y'all show a little bit. But shout out to Christy J. It is her birthday today.
Say that.
And it's my little sis. Yeah, y'all hella emotional people.
She like more than family with me. She more than family with me. Shout out Chrissy. I didn't even know
humans
that.
are emotional.
No, cancers are
cancers. Don't get the doing of cancers, man.
Oh, really? Oh, say it again.
Hey, we the only ones that don't do that to people. But when our time comes, y'all want to hit us.
Exactly. You just proved my point.
No,
Cancer.
Man, that's funny.
But happy birthday, Christy J.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you delivering all the news about politics to the people.
That was a great job.
I appreciate you being a supportive little sister, even though you grown as a mug.
Look at
and
that.
I appreciate all things. I hope today is amazing for you.
Yes, sir, man. Shouts out to Chrissy, man. That's man, been knowing her just as long as I've been knowing E, man. We great people.
Get in there, give them some shouts out, man. Who's showing us some love, man?
Yeah,
Let's
man.
take our last moments, man, to do what my homies call shameless plug type, No, for real, we got to make sure y'all tapped in. We had a new time now, 12 p.m. Some of them out there just getting ready. Man. You know what I mean? Didn't get the memo.
Shouts out to Skinny, man. Skinny Jr. from Code 7s, tapped in on TikTok. Everybody on TikTok, everybody that tapped in on YouTube, man. Sending this link out to all social media sites. As we grow, we pray that you guys grow with us. We definitely about celebrating people, man. When you see somebody win or they get a big break, celebrate with them. Don't hate on them. Your time gonna come too.
Come on.
It's almost like we got to celebrate the small wins. When I hear something good happen to people, I'd be like, cool, it's happening. You just gotta put in that work, and it's gonna pay off, man.
You don't be like, man, I could. Why?
Right.
You don't be like that.
Hey, what in the words of Starlito? If you don't know where to start where you at.
Man, and that's it. And you already there. You right where you supposed to be. Believe in yourself, man. Believe in all your capabilities. Believe you got everything you need to be who you need to be.
Yes, sir.
Or you know how to go get it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, stay around the fire. Stay around those that are excellent at what you want to do or be. Research, study, follow through.
And ask. Don't be afraid to ask questions.
No, that's real.
Yeah,
That's
ask
real,
questions.
man. YouTube got everything.
And don't be
If you
afraid
need
to mess
tutorial-
up.
Say that again.
Don't be
Real talk.
afraid.
Let's make new mistakes.
Man.
New mistakes is always welcome.
No,
man.
but it's the lessons become blessings.
That part
It
too.
really is. It become mistakes and stuff when you keep doing the same thing that doesn't work.
What the Migos say, walk it like you talk it.
Hey,
Talk it like you walk it.
Vegas up now.
It got to line up, people, man. Love you guys, man. We had fun today. Time goes by fast when you're having a good time, man. Forever, forever, ever, 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 man. We want this thing for life. Man, tune in every Saturday at 12 p.m. right here on Hot 702.5 FM. Peace. We out.